Slavery in the Americas began the day Christopher Columbus landed. "I took some of the natives by force," the explorer wrote in his diary on October 12, 1492. In 1498, British explorer John Cabot seized 3 Native American people. By 1524, when Giovanni da Verrazzano arrived, he found Native Americans who are suspicious, hostile, and desirous of obtaining steel implements for defense against kidnappers, who frequent the coast to seize and transport them to the Spanish islands of the West Indies. From Canada to Florida, forced American Indian labor became a thriving European business in North America. Colonizing powers seized indigenous people and battled each other for domination of a continent. In the next century and a half, international wars engulfed the Americas. When Native American nations along the Atlantic coast were attacked by white settlers, their males were killed, and their widows and orphans were rounded up for sale or exchange. The French in the Ohio Valley, Louisiana Territory, and Canada became active traders. In 1684, King Louis XIV of France announced, "These savages are strong and robust," and ordered that Iroquois captives be made to serve on French vessels. In Canada, French officials enslaved Pawnees, and along the Mississippi Valley they kidnapped the Natchez. In British America, the trade in indigenous people shaped colonial diplomatic, political, and economic policies. The money made by British enslavers helped colonial commerce and filled colonial treasuries. Captive American Indians became forced apprentices in Connecticut. They were given as pay and as bonuses to soldiers in Virginia and Massachusetts. In Rhode Island, Maryland, North Carolina, and South Carolina, they became the leading source of colonial revenue. The trade in enslaved American Indians, at first run by speculators, soon spread to governors, businessmen, and aristocrats. In 1712, North Carolina's Governor Hyde expressed his pleasure with the great advantage that may be made of slaves, there being many hundreds of them, women and children. 3 years later, South Carolina missionary, the Reverend M. Johnson, said, "Our military men were so desirous to enrich themselves by taking all the Indians slaves." Enslaving native people was not without severe problems. Relatives of the captured counterattacked or offered refuge to escapees. Indigenous people were able to escape to the forest and hills they knew better than their enslavers.